Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. My name is Muhammad and you are watching the course of Tajweed Al-Quran for beginners. In this lesson, you learn how to read the Holy Quran correctly. We're still talking about the Madd as a rule of Tajweed. In today's lesson, we talk about two sections of Madd. The first section is Madd Muttasil. The second is Madd Munfasil. We already talked about Madd before, and we said that some sections of Madd depend on which letter or which kind of letter follow the letters of Madd. So we said that when the letter of Madd is followed with a letter with vowel except the letter Hamza is the natural Madd. And when the letter of Madd is followed with a consonant letter, in this case is another section of Madd called Madd Lazim. We will talk about this section in another lesson. And we said also that the letter Hamza has always in Arabic pronunciation his own rules. So when the letter Hamza follows the letter of Madd, is also another section. And this is our topic today. Look with me here. Here we have the letters of Madd. I just want to remind you what we have learned before. Here we have the letters of Madd. So when the letters of Madd are followed with a letter with vowel except the Hamza, is the natural Madd. We talked about this Madd before. And in another lesson, we are going to talk about the letters of Madd when are followed with a consonant letter. But today, we talk about this case when the letter Hamza follows any of the three letters of the Madd. In this case, the Madd is called Madd Muttasil, and there are another section called Madd Munfasil. This is our topic today, Madd Muttasil, Madd Munfasil. These two sections happen when the letter of Madd is followed with the letter Hamza. And this can happen in one word. So you can find the letter of Madd followed with the letter Hamza in one word, and in this case is called Madd Muttasil, and can also happen in two words, and in this case is called Madd Munfasil. Let's go to some details. We begin with Madd Muttasil, connected Madd. Muttasil means connected. I want you to learn and memorize these names in Arabic, because when we apply these rules in the Holy Quran by reading, I will use these names in Arabic. So when we apply, I will tell you, for example, in this case, you should apply Madd Muttasil. So I want you to learn these names in Arabic, also because the books of Tajweed, and also if you watch any other videos about Tajweed, normally we use the names in Arabic. So try to memorize the name or the name of rules in Arabic. Madd Muttasil is our topic today. So this happens when the letter of Madd is followed with the letter Hamza, but this must be in the same word. This here are the shapes of the letter Hamza. So in the word, by reading, you come to a word where you find the letter of Madd like this, any of these three letters, followed with one of these shapes, the shapes of the letter Hamza. So you must apply Madd Muttasil. This Madd must be prolonged duration of 4 harakat. Maybe you are used to using say instead of harakat, vowel counts, it is the same. So in this mad, you should prolong the letters of mad for harakat or for vowel counts. But remember that this all must be in the same word. The letter of mad must be followed with the letter hamza. And you don't need to memorize lots of rules about this section of mad, because you are going to find a sign, a diacritic in the Holy Quran, which indicate to you this mad. This sign is this sign here. You see this here above the letter of mad. We call this sign here, or this diacritic, the sign of mad. Exactly the sign of the long mad. When you see this sign, it tells you that the mad here is most or longer than 2 harakat. Actually, our section, Madd Muttasil, must be prolonged 4 harakat. So when you see this sign, you should know that the mad here is more than 2 harakat. We are going to find this sign in other sections of mad. So to know which section of the long prolongation, just look at the following letter. If the following letter is hamza, so this is mad muttasil and must be prolonged 4 harakat. Let's go to some examples. We call also this mad mandatory mad because you must apply this mad. You must prolong the sound of the letter of mad 4 harakat, in this case the mad muttasil. So here the first example, this word. In this word you see the letter of mad, the letter alif, with the sign of the long mad above, and the following letter is the letter hamza with the vowel dhamma. Remember that the letter hamza must always has a vowel when follow the letter of mad. So you, by reading here, you come to this letter, you must apply mad muttasil, and you must prolong the prolongation here, duration of 4 harakat. You must apply this mad. So you, by reading, you will say جاءوك جاءوك جاءوك. If you look at this word, you find here the letter waw. It is always a letter of mad. The letter waw is followed with a letter with vowel. So you can call this case what? We learned this before. This is natural mad. Or if you like to call it mad badal, can be okay, because the letter before the letter waw is the letter hamza. So here in this word you have 2 cases of mad, 2 sections of mad. The first section with the letter alif here and is mad muttasil, connected mad. The second case is the letter waw, and the letter alif must be prolonged 4 harakat. The letter waw here 2 harakat. So pay attention to this. Let's take another example for another letter, the letter waw. Here in this word, you see the letter waw with the sign of the long mad, followed with the letter hamza, and the letter hamza has a vowel. So this is mad muttasil, connected mad. By reading, you come here and you must prolong the sound, the pronunciation 4 harakat. So you are going to say as-su'a, as-su'a, as-su'a. Let's take another example for the letter Ya. The letter Ya here in the middle has the sign of the long mad here. And after we have the letter Hamza with a vowel. So this is Madd Muttasil. Also by reading, you must prolong the sound of the letter Ya for harakat, for vowel counts. So you will read this word like خطيئته, خطيئته, خطيئته. The prolongation is here in the letter of Mad. This Mad Muttasil, can happen in the middle in the word and also on the end of the word. So you may you find the letter Hamza in some cases at the end of the word. Look here at this example. Here we have the last letter is the letter Hamza and has a vowel. Before we have the letter Ya with the sign of the long mad. So this also is a connected mad, Mad Muttasil. By reading, you must prolong here for harakat, and you will read Al-Musi'u, Al-Musi'u, Al-Musi'u. The prolongation is here. Another example here, another example for the letter Waw at the end of the word. The last letter is the letter Hamza. So you will read here applying a mad of 4 harakat. You will read Su'a, Su'a, Su'a. And another example here for the letter Alif. It is always as the last or the end of the word, and the prolongation is here. So you will say Sha'a, Sha'a, Sha'a. So this is the Mad Muttasil. As you see, the letter of Mad followed with the letter Hamza. The letter Hamza has a vowel. And also the sign of the long Mad will help you to recognize the section or the case of Mad. When you like this video and you like to support my work, you can support me by signing up as a member on my website. As a thanks from me, you get the script of all videos that I publish and also a quiz question for all videos. You find more information about membership in the description of this video. And now we talk about the second section for today, Madd Munfasil. Madd Munfasil happen when the letter of Mad is the last letter in a word. And in this case, you find the letter Hamza at the beginning as the first letter in the following word. So this is Mad Munfasil. So that's why it's called separate Mad. Look at here at the example. Here we have 2 words. This is one word and this is another word. The first word has the letter Alif at the end. The letter Alif has the sign of the long Mad. The second word here begins with the letter Hamza, and the letter Hamza has a vowel. So this is called Mad Munfasil. But remember, you can apply this Mad only in case of reading the 2 words together. So if you read this word directly after you read this word, in this case you can apply مد منفصل. But if you read the first word, this one here, if you read only this word and after you pause here, in this case you cannot apply مد منفصل, because when you make a pause here, the pause separated the letter alif from the letter hamza. So in this case you cannot apply the مد منفصل. You can apply it only in case of reading the two words together. And مد منفصل should be prolonged like مد متصل, 4 حركات. But always remember, only in case of reading the two words together. So here, when you read the two words, you will prolong the sound of the letter alif here, 4 حركات. And you will read بما أنزل بما أنزل. If you read just this word, you cannot apply مد منفصل, because in the first word you will have only the sound of the letter alif, and by having only the letter alif in the word as a last letter, this will be natural مد. So if you read this word alone, here you will pronounce the sound of the letter alif with 2 حركات, بما. But if you read the two words together, then in this case you must apply مد منفصل, بما أنزل. Here we have another example. This example is for the letter waw. And here we have 2 words. This is the first word and this is the second word. In the first word, the last letter is the letter waw. And as you see here, the letter waw has the sign of the long mad. The second word, the first letter is the letter hamza with vowel. So it is the same thing. If you read the two words together, in this case you must prolong here in the letter waw 4 حركات, and this mad is called مد منفصل. But if you read only the first word and after you stop, in this case you will apply the natural mad here in the letter waw. So applying 4 حركات in مد منفصل, you will read like واعلموا أن. The prolongation is here. But if you read the first word only and you pause here, you will not apply مد منفصل. So you will make a natural مد here. وَاعْلَمُوا, you will pause here. وَاعْلَمُوا. But if you read the two words together, the pronunciation will be with 4 حركات, مد of 4 حركات. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ. And here we have another example for the letter ya. This is one word. Here, this is the first word, and this is the second word. So if you read the two words together, you will apply مد منفصل, a separate مد. It's called separate مد because happen in two words, and when you pause here after the first word, the pause will separate one letter from the next letter, the following letter. So that's why it's called Madd Munfasil, separate Madd. So here, if you read the two words together, you will prolong here the sound of the letter Ya, 4 harakat, and you will say وفي أنفسكم وفي أنفسكم وفي أنفسكم. But if you read the first word only, you will apply a natural mad here. وفي. But together, the two words together, وفي أنفسكم. So this is not our two sections for today, Madd Muttasil and Madd Munfasil. Just pay attention to read the two words together in the case of Madd Munfasil. And also pay attention that the letter Hamza is after the letter of Madd. So then don't get confused with this. In this case, in the case of Madd Munfasil and also Madd Muttasil, our sections today, the letter Hamza comes after the letter of Madd. But when the letter Hamza is before the letter of Madd, this is another section we talked before about. This section is called Madd Badal. That is our two sections today are very easy. Now go to the Holy Quran and practice what you learned. Practice will help you applying this Madd automatically. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you very much. See you next time. Assalamu alaikum.